What's up, everybody? I'm Brad. This is my buddy Dave here. We're going to talk about one of my favorite essential oils. It's called On Guard. I'm going to zoom in real quick so you can see it. On Guard. Obviously, there's no plant out there in nature that's called On Guard. It's a blend of antibacterial and antifungal, antiviral medications, plant-based medications. And so he was over, so I just wanted to talk about this for a minute because sorry, I'm going to pick on you for a minute.
It's all good, man.
So, and so I'm going to tell you how I use it and why it's so important to have in your natural medicine chest cabinet. So Dave was unfortunate enough to have a throat infection. He was, him and I were friends growing up, kind of lost contact, and now we're friends again. So he was telling me how he had to pay a good chunk of change, as we all know, someone
good chunk of change.
someone who's ever been in the emergency room for whatever you had going on. But for him, it was for what exactly was it?
He said there was like an abscess on the back of my throat. They just had to put, steroids and whatever to basically make it smaller or go away. I mean, that's really the extent. I don't even know what they. I don't even know what
You
they
just
do,
had
really.
an infection on
An infection
your throat.
of
Do
the
you still have your tonsils in?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I do too. So when I was stupid, when we were in high school, I used to chain smoke cigarettes, like 2 packs a day, and it would be the tobacco products that would produce that throat infection.
Are
for
you
me.
serious?
So that's how I started getting into some natural remedies. And I noticed over time as I would do these things, not this yet, like apple cider vinegar, I would gargle to clear out my tonsils. I would notice that I could smoke those same packs of cigarettes for a longer amount of time until I started to feel sick.
Are you serious?
So it was stupid, but it was cool at the same time because I could realize that, this stuff is really working. So anyway, so he was unfortunate enough to have this event fall on him, and so he had to go and pay this lump sum of money and waste time and all this stuff, waiting
4
in the ER,
days.
antibiotics, which wreaks havoc on your gut, wreaks havoc on your hormones. So why I brought this up specifically is because I was babysitting my niece just a couple days ago, and thank God I rarely get sick. And so we knew that she had a virus. She had a throat infection. She had a cough. My brother-in-law came home. He was starting to get it. He had the cough, and he was gargling stuff too. He was gargling this to bring down his infection and stuff like that. His throat was hurting, and so I was babysitting her the other day, and I started to feel that tingling in my throat, and I started to sneeze. I started to cough. So that's signs to me that my body's starting to want to get an infection out. And I was like, this isn't good. So yesterday I wasn't feeling myself, so I put about 3 drops of this in each half a liter of water, and I drank several liters of water, and I was applying a couple drops like this right on the outside of my throat like this, and then I was actually because I still have my tonsils, so when I gargle, I actually will gargle, and I'll go up and down side, and I'll actually push my tonsils into my throat to make sure I'm exposing more surface area, if that makes sense, when I'm gargling stuff. And I woke up today, and if I wasn't feeling myself today, I obviously wouldn't have a friend over who gets sick more often than I do, and expose someone else to that. I probably would have stayed home and tried to get some work done from home. But it's just super cool that how fast this thing works. And I wish that I could almost split test. I have 2 versions of myself sometimes to see
What's going on?
Yeah, to see what would happen if I didn't use this and see this through, and maybe go to the doctor and take an antibiotic if it was needed, and how fast I knocked out my sickness using something natural. And I think one of the most important parts of it is as soon as you feel it, I don't have to waste time. I don't have to waste gas. I don't have to waste money.
Yeah,
This is like 12 cents a drop. So I mean, literally for like $2.50, I knocked out probably
A week's worth of being sick.
sickness. It could have been a viral infection. Who knows? I'm just going based on what we knew my niece had, and because she was literally coughing in my face when I was feeding her breakfast, lunch, and dinner that night, and then I started to feel it. I'm just putting 2 and 2 together. That's probably something that I had coming my way. So that's all I want to talk to you guys about on why this is such an amazing tool for your natural medicine cabinet. It's called On Guard, and so this is why I always recommend you having these, because who knows? I mean,
it is essential. And sorry to kind of overtake, but
please.
when he said I would get sick frequently, I would get sick, I would say, every other month. And it all had to do with, my immunity is probably not the greatest, but it all had to do with strep throat, fever. And to be honest, I just started using the doTERRA products, the On Guard stuff, along with some other different essential oils. And to be honest, guys, it's coming from me, not somebody that kind of does it all the time. like I said, I just started it up, and now I'm waking up at a decent hour, and I feel energized. You know, we both my wife and I take all these. You know, what are they? The pills.
Lifelong Vitality. It's a
yeah. So
whole food based supplement.
Yep. So we do take those regularly, and I do use, like I said, On Guard when I do start feeling sick. Lemon, orange. I mean, I could go on forever, but I'm just saying, like it's legit, and I couldn't thank you. I mean, for you reaching out to me, helping me with my health, and knowing where my health is going to go down the road, it means a lot. So I wanted to say thank you. I know I'm kind of jacking your,
cool, man. I appreciate it.
Your video. So that's all I gotta say.
I appreciate it. Yeah, man. It's nice, and I'm excited to see where your transformation goes in your own health, because you know we're young. We should be feeling how we feel, and given you know you have other things that we're not going to talk about on this video, but you know there's certain things that we take, medications. It makes us feel like zombies. It makes us feel depersonalized. It makes us feel not who we're supposed to be, especially given our age. Mm-hmm. And so when him and I linked up and started getting some natural health products into his body,
it's legit, man.
Yeah.
So it's a life. It's life changing if you let it be a part of your life, and I can just say that because I'm going through it, and it means a lot to me. Means a lot to my health. Means a lot to my pockets. I don't have to pay as much money. You know what I'm saying? So it helps.
Yeah, for real. Like $250 versus I'm not going to say how much you had to pay, probably after insurance and everything too, and gas and time.
Yeah, I mean it's horrible.
Yeah, people don't even factor in the time. You know, we look at health insurance as like what we're getting for benefits, but we're not even looking at the cost of what everything costs.
Yeah.
You know, so to say. So yeah, cool, man. Thanks. I appreciate the good words.
For sure, man.
All right, man.
All right.
See y'all.